Hi, I'm Kath, the Corny Sewing Girl. Welcome back. I've had my foot done. Oh, I was so nervous. Oh, I hate going into hospital. Hang on, I look like I've sunk down in the chair. I've got my legs stretched out and I've managed to rig up something to put my foot on. It doesn't last for long. It gets uncomfortable after a while, but at least I'm elevating it at the moment. Yeah, I was really nervous going down. I don't like being put to sleep at all, and I was just hoping it'd be all over with quick, and it was. And the people in the hospital were really lovely, especially the chap that took me down. I was the third one in the ward to go down, and this little man come in, and he was just so funny. Like, come on, he said, you got to get in this wheelchair. And he pushed me so fast down there, and I think, whoa, like, you know, we got whisked off a bit quick. And we had a little bit of banter and a little bit of laugh on the way, so I liked that. And then, just waking up and knowing it was done, I thought, oh, yeah, I've had it done. But mind you, the foot was sore. And they took me back to the ward, and I was able to go home that day, which was lovely. So I'm trying now to get back in my sewing room and do a little bit, because I'm going to do a quilt and put one together myself. I'm going to show you a little bit more of what the ideas are with that, so you know what I'm going to do with that. But first of all, I wanted to just say as well, I'll pop a few little clips in of me foot a minute. I'll see you in a minute. We had rain all day yesterday, and now look at it. And here's me foot. Oh. The sky is really blue today. And we're here down at the Duchy, and I've had fish and chips. And Vic had a burger. And the red arrows are coming down tonight, so they're going to be chaos here later on. I expect we'll be gone home by then, because I need to put my foot and sit down and rest my foot.
Yep.
Oh, it's a nice bit of cool breeze out there. Did you see me foot? Did you do me foot?
Well, I couldn't do the whole thing. Because
they wouldn't, that's the point. They got to see me foot. Right. There we go. Look, my lovely flowers. Aren't they looking so fresh? They look beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy with these. And there's my lovely message from you, Al. I suppose I better take them out the packaging. But they look rather nice in the packaging, didn't they? With all the little pretty cellophane and all on them. I don't know whether to take them out and put them in the pot, but they got a little sachet. If I could drop a little bit of that in there, I might leave them in this pretty packaging for a while. But I have got a nice little glass vase. Anyway, beautiful. Got all me Tilda fabric all on the line. I've decided to wash them purely so I could spray some starch on them, because I don't like spraying starch on them dry in case it leaves watermarks. So there we go. I've pegged all the little fat quarters on the line and the yardage. I've only got 1 yard of the peacock one, and 3/4 of a yard of the stripy one, the black and white stripy one. Well, there we go. It's not very sunny, and I'm hoping it's not going to rain, but I want to get it done before I go in hospital, so that I haven't got to do all this when I'm in. There we go, all me Tilda on the line. See you in a minute. Now I put all my fabric on the line and spray starched it. I think the spray starch was called is it Dylon, and Dylon spray starch. Quite like that one because it didn't seem to stain the fabric. And the reason why I didn't just spray it on dry is because I wanted to make sure there wasn't any shrinkage in the fabric. And I think when you wash quilting fabric, it does make it more limp. So if you want a nice crisp sort of cutting edge to when you know, cut everything out, and a nice crisp pieces to quilt with, I washed all mine because there is a bit of shrinkage in them, and they say they shrink between 3 and 5%. So I thought, let's just not risk anything. And if you forget, you know, that you've washed them and not washed them, that can cause a problem in a quilt as well. So I thought, well, let's just iron them. Give them a lovely iron, and they did sort of have a nice bit of you could feel the spray starch on them. You know, you could feel it all on them. They did iron up nice, although I've been handling them all. I love handling fabric. Now I've scrambled them all up again, haven't I? Right, so let's just move these out the way a minute, and let me just have a chat to you about other things. Now, I always use one of these, this foot here, on my sewing machine, and it's a 1/4 inch foot. It's a Brother one because I've got the Brother V7. It's discontinued now, my machine, but they brought the same machine out. It's just called something. I think it's called the Enhance now, my machine is, and they've taken away. I've got the big Move It foot with it. I'll show you that in a minute. Hang on, I'll go get it. Now, we've got the 1/4 inch foot on. It's a Brother. Any machine you could put that on that's a Brother machine. It's a standard foot, and this is a 1/4 inch piecing foot. Now, I have got the laser guide with this V7. Like I said, it's a new model out now called I think it's called the In Essence or something similar like that. Now, this is just a little sample of fabric just to see how I do a 1/4 inch foot. Now, you put your piece of fabric in there and it buffs up against that bar, this bar here on the side, which is all good. But there is some things that you have got to really be careful with this. That will only take a center needle, and on my machine, it always defaults to a left. So, what you can is you can press memory sometimes on here, and then it might default back to the setting that you want to put it on. Let's see if that works. I'm going to press memory on my machine and press memory. Let's hope it'll stay there now, because you can very easily break your needle if you go off, have a cup of tea, come back and you forget to check it's in center needle. So that's one of the things you have got to be careful with this. We've got center needle now, and because of my foot, I can't use the pedal, the foot pedal. I've got to use the stop start. So let's just give that a go. And then you can whiz the stop start up and down as much as you want. Now, I think, to be honest with you, this bit here I've panned out a bit. You know, it has stretched out a bit over the time I've had it. Whoops, I forget that I got my stop start button on. And I always go for Gutterman. This is another Gutterman. This is a cream, but I like, you know, cream will work in some of them. But I think a grey, I've just popped it in the machine, but a nice grey is good. And I do like Gutterman. Polyester or cotton, you know. But there, that's the 1/4 inch bit there. And it seems fine. But also I'll just show you the laser guide. This is my laser guide. Oh, I've took my foot off me cushion. I better put it back. Now, we've got the laser line that can help out. And these are lovely for flying geese and things like that. Now, I've got my grey fabric in. Now, grey would go for such a mixture of colours in fabric. It's a good blender. Now, I've got to make sure that this is right on the point. You just press the actual pen where you want it to go. I've done one side. I'm going to have to do the other in a minute. Or you just hold it, and then you've just got to press OK on the screen. And then you put your needle down right where you want to start. And don't know if you can see that laser line along there. And this is what I've got with my machine. The luminaires have got it as well. So this V7 was a good buy because I had the Move It foot as well. But I'm going to quickly put that one on. I can't hold out too long with my foot. It keeps falling off the cushion I've got. So I've got my boot tied on there now. See how we go. Right. Let's... oh God, it's confusing when I haven't got the paddle. Here we go. And let's make sure we aren't going too fast. I don't know if you can see it or not. That line is there. And then we're going to sew right across to that point in the corner. Don't know if this is right or not, because I haven't done this for a while. I might need to play around. No, it seems to be okay. So there you go. We had the laser line there that went from corner right in that little corner there. Oh, I've stitched that little corner down a bit. Good job this in for real, wouldn't it? I don't never use leaders or nothing when I'm sewing with this brother machine. I seem to be okay. It doesn't chew the corners up. That was just me who didn't have it flat. There you go. So that's on that laser one. I'll do one more so you can see how it goes. So we just put the needle right down in the corner. They're lovely for flying geese and for these star ones I'm going to do with this quilt block. So you keep on watching that line and you keep heading it for that there point in the corner, and all you've got to do is keep your eye on this line. Everything else will marry up if you do that. And just keep it in that corner. But a little pencil line does exactly the same thing. You know, and there we go. We've got another one done. And that, to be honest, is handy for doing the star blocks, because I've got the star blocks here, and I'd always call it like snowballing. You sort of put your flying geese in the corner and on the stars. So those little ones there that we've been doing, you know, they're lovely on the stars. So now I'm going to get me Move It foot. So here we go with the Move It foot. I hope you can see just as well, because I have moved the phone a little. Well, let's see how that goes. Now you can if I stop it a moment, on my screen over here, if I go down and bring up a dual feed foot, you can adjust it to have more pull-in on top, where it's got a little bit more pull to it. You can have the minus or the plus. We'll go into that a little bit more detailed when we start, you know, we go over some of the features on here. But it's feeding through here quite well. But I've noticed with lightweight fabrics, it bunches up behind here. You know, behind this big chunky thing at the back. But I have done quilts with it, and it goes through like butter on the quilt. It loves all the batting and everything, and it doesn't seem to have a problem. And you can speed up with it. Whoops, nearly knocking me cotton off, because I'm a bugger for choosing a few threads I like and leaving them loose on top in case I need them. Right, let's see what we've done. Oh yes it did. I thought for a minute it didn't stitch. It's just that the stitching blended in quite well with it. I don't know if you can see it there. See if I can point with something. The stitching here is right there. Right along here. That's the stitching right in there. Going along. That's the stitching there. Yeah, it's stitched lovely, and I did have, let's see what stitching I had. Oh, I had a 2.5, which you wouldn't want if you was stitching the top of your quilt. You wouldn't want that at all. I'm just going to do it with a different colour cotton a moment. Right, let's just see if I can just pop a little bit of this pink in a minute that I've got here. Use up this little bit of bobbin one. Just so you can see. And we'll do... I think if we were doing the top of a quilt, we want at least 3 to 350. Right. Oh, here we go. We've got an on full pout. We don't really need that. So it does stitch along quite nice, and you've got your minus and your plus to give it a little bit more pull if you want on the top or the bottom. Let's see on that side. That's come out quite nice, isn't it? And that's I've done length 3 millimeters on that and width 3.5. We can see it there. So there you go. There are 2 ways of things you can use for quilting. Hi, I hope you like that, because there's 2 nice things for quilting there. The laser light and the move it foot, and also that 1/4 inch foot as well is also handy. And you do need some good rulers. Now, I used to buy these, and all they were was Easy Sew, or Sew Easy, laser cut they were called. But they were a bit slippery, so I've had about, you know, it works now with the little like rulers. It's not very, they do get mucky, don't they, in the sewing room. I think what it was, I oiled my machine, because that's another thing. Before you start a nice project, I always take my bobbin out, put a bit of oil in there, brush out all the lint and give it a good old clean out, you know. And then I, with a cotton bud, I chase up, you know, where you thread to around. I'd always poke a little cotton bud in there and try and get that big bar that comes up and down, to try and get a nice little bit of oil on that as well. So that's good. And I use these for me rulers. These here. They came in a little box. And they were quilting ruler. I throw the packaging away now, but they were handy for, you know, if you haven't got the grip on your ruler. And this one here, I've had for years. I must have had this one 10 years. So, he is well a bit worn, and I've had to put the stickers on that one. And I've had this one here that's well worn as well. Now you see how well worn this one is. I tried to clean it, but what I've done all year is when I want to measure something, I'll stick a bit of tape on it, you know, when I'm piecing and cutting. And as you can see over the years, with all that sticky tape and everything, it haven't done it justice, and it's well worn. I don't know, it's scratched and matched. So I treated myself to one of these. Now, in the quilt shops, they were quite dear. They were coming up £30, but I did see one on eBay for, I'm sure it was eBay, for £20. So I went and grabbed it. And this is an, there we go, if I hold it up like that, you can see the make of it. I never know whether it's upside down, do I? If I show you that way and that way, then one of them will be the right way round. I can never pronounce it. Is it Ofa? Something like that. But I do like them in rotary cutters as well. So I've gone and got one like that. And when I do a project, I always gotta have, these are the ones I had. Oh, they were so easy. So easy for rulers. Oh, it looks like I've got another one left in there as well. Oh, that's good. Gotta make sure I put them in my drawer, because they're little things like that can easily get lost. Now this one is non-stick, and when you, oh, I still got film. I wondered how it was dark. I still got that on the back as well, unless that's supposed to be there. I hope that in the non-stick bit. Well, we'll try it. We'll try it. But I would also like another size I like. So I've got two of these. This one's had it. And this one, I still love this one because this was a nice size. Let's see so this one I've used a lot. This one was brilliant. I think it only goes up to 4. It's probably 4.5. I can't see that from where I'm to. I've had all my sticky tape on them. I'm trying to get it to grip. So this one, then I won't have to have any stickiness on it, and I can keep this one a bit cleaner. And this has got, yeah, I don't know, because sometimes they say the frosted bit is the bit that makes it stick. So hopefully I've helped you out with all the things I like doing, and I love giving my sewing machine a nice clean. I love getting in there and brushing all the lint out. Now, I'll just show you a few things. If I can bring the camera down a little bit a minute. I'll press. Now, I've got some ideas what I'm going to have. I like little things like this. I haven't completed it yet, and I'm not elevating my foot. I keep forgetting when I'm here chatting. Hang on, let's see if I can get it. Oh, right back there. What a predicament, eh? But just show you what I've got in mind for my quilt. I've got some, you know, a little square, and just really what the idea is to pull some colours out of here, you know, with the peacock on. I'll have a square with that, and I'm going to have lots of stars. We're definitely going to have a few stars. So I can grab a star for you again. Because these stars can be in so many blocks. You always see stars in a block, don't you? So if we can visualize, we're going to have things like this in it. I like a bit of movement in a quilt. I don't like just square blocks all put together, so don't worry, we will have a nice bit of pop of colour. I sometimes like big stars, small stars, and just even if we put it on point, there's so many ways you can play around with these things, you know. You can put little star, you know, we can play around with things. We can see what we can do, and we can have fun, because that's what it's all about. But I love this. I absolutely love that in the background, this stripiness, because I think it'll be soft on the eye. It'll go with anything. So we're going to have loads of stars. And I think we'll be doing about a 12-inch block. So if you ever get a square ruler or get one like this, I did buy the 12-inch because that'll square all the blocks up, you know. And I just think that blending the colours together is what I just can't wait to do. And I love doing a nice little bit of sewing. And we got such lovely lovely shades. Even if I can grab a few here, these are all the ones I've washed. Even blending a different striping, like we've got grey, and I didn't want it all pink, so we didn't want to go too pink, but you know, blending some pink into like a star, and having a bit of something with a bit of pink in it. And also, when I take a block, because I did have one here that was quite plain, you could put a pop of colour somehow in the middle and stuff, but just bear in mind, me legs not 100% still, and I didn't not, oh, I'll put you up a minute so I can see you. Whoops, going up too far. I didn't want to not come on just because I hadn't really got into my quilt. I wanted to come on and let you know we are planning it, and I needed to get me machine cleaned, choose me needles, and I've been out buying loads of bits and bobs for all this starting. I bought all me fabric and I bought me backing. Oh yeah, I better show you that. Hang on. Time I get me foot put through there. I've got an own table, but you've got the hydraulics in the middle, you see. So there's only a little wedge to the side where I can put a little tiny, I got a stool, and then I got a cushion on the stool, and then I got to poke through a little hole here under the desk. I've got to poke me foot. But whenever I think, oh, I haven't got that, oh, I need this, I've got to keep pulling me foot out. But we shall get there. Now, I went round and I bought a nice few more fat quarters, but I bought them the same as what I had, so that where you got them here, you got a little pop over here of the same thing. And my idea is to get like a little cluster of like my favourite colouring quilt. Believe it or not, I'm yelling out to everyone, keep it subtle, keep it soft. I am a real lover of pinks and reds. I love pink, reds, burgundy, and anything with a little pop of pink, I think it is uplifting. But then again, this is subtle, isn't it, when we're going like this way as well. So we're going to have some lovely subtle bits on them as well. And I wanted something for the backing. Now, I did like the stripy bit that I bought, this here. I love this. But that was Tilda. And that was £16, so it's cost me quite a bit with all me fat quarters, you know, £25–30 a go every time I go in. I'm wondering what I could do for the back, but I wanted something good, nice quality. So I went up to Hobbycraft, and they got fabric in there. And no, I don't go in there very often looking for fabric, because I think the little quilting shops are more like little boutiques, and they do all the Moda and the Tilda and all the, you know, Cape Facet ones. And what's that old Tula Pink? Oh, God. You know, I say I'm not going vibrant, but they're all the people that are vibrant. But sometimes the colours do blend. They do blend really softly. So the name of the game is choosing wisely. And don't be afraid to introduce colour, but pull it together with something soft as well. And here we are with me backing. This is what I bought for the backing. Now, it's like white tone on tone. It has got a bit of a pattern, although it's difficult to see. Whether I've got it inside out or not, I don't know. Let's have a look. See if we can get you to see the pattern. But when I brought it home, I'm thinking, actually, it feels a bit, it was £8.90. So it was £20 nearly for 2 yards, or but 20p. No, if it was £8.90, it was £19, wasn't it? Well, I can add up now, can I? I need a break with me foot. Anyway, it was £9.90 for a yard. So I had 2 yards of this. But when I got home, I'm thinking, I hope that ain't too thin. You know, because I don't want to waste money, because this quilt does cost a bit, you know. And I don't get paid by YouTube because I haven't been on long enough. But, you know, it's your passion in it, and that's what I do it for. But I'm thinking, I hope this isn't too thin, because it's a look a bit thin now, doesn't it? You can see through it, but it feels crispy, and it doesn't feel too wafery thin. Actually, it's not feeling too bad. If I compare, but the thing is, it's a complete different game when you feel this. This is silky, and not really silky, but you can feel the silky softness in that. And I mean, I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference though. But the very kind lady that was in there helping me with me foot, she said, oh, well, if you want these, we'll take them to the counter. Because there was some other colours, and I'm a bugger for blending everything. I just thinking, oh, look, the two of them together look nice. So I thought, if I'm strip piecing to stop it looking so boring, it would be nice to, I thought, to blend one. Well, I had 3 in the end. But she cut off, so I was going to have 2 yards of this and half a yard of this. Now, there is no measurements, don't forget, in this quilt. We're just going to put the blocks together, and when you feel that's more or less your size, you can put your border around it and stop. Or you can, you know, do it as a throw. You can do it any size you want. And you're in control with this quilt. Because like I said, we're going to have all the star blocks and little blocks that I've made up that we're going to just put together. Because don't forget, we're going to have the peacock as 1 square. So there'll be lots of squares, but you be in control of, maybe you haven't got a featured, you know, featured piece of, like I got with the peacock, and you want to do it with another star block. You're in control to do whatever you want, you know. I can't wait to get it started, to be honest. But the more I'm up here, sometimes I have been up here pottering around, cleaning machine and getting all the things together I need. Oh, I better buy another ruler, all that type of thing. That I tend to forget how long I'm up here sometimes. And then when I go down, I think, whoa, me foot, you know. And I'm thinking, if I don't get this bit right, don't get it healed now, I'll pay for it later, wouldn't I? So I've got to be a good girl in a minute and go back down, because I've got tea to do and all later. But when the lady in, where did I say, Hobbycraft, was cutting these off, I'm a bugger for checking fabric, and there was lots. I thought it was a little bit of lint. I said, oh, there's a bit of fluff on that, and I thought, oh, if she got a little roller thing, I could just try and get them off, you know. I'm thinking, I'm just buying it, I hope that's not embedded into the fabric, but some of it was. And she said, oh, I better not sell you that now. So she took that back, and then I found this one was all right, and this one, because this is just a little softer little shade to blend, so they're going on the back. But whether they're a poplin or not, I'm not sure. I'm not a lover of poplin, and I don't like poly cotton either. Now down Trego's, they got some really pretty little poly cottons, and I think if you were to make a dress, a little tier dress, they wouldn't be anything wrong, and they're only like about £5 a yard. I don't think you'd go wrong with that, you know. But with my quilt, and the fact that if I put all my hard work into it, I want it to last. I want it to stay with me for a nice long time. So while that's the case, I want to make sure all my fabric is lovely, you know, so that years to come down the line, you still love it. Okay, well, I've got one more thing that I would really love to say. And that's, well, you know, we love to do, I love to put in a little bit of cornwall, don't I? So I'm going to show you where I went, because I was quite excited about it this time. I love to go to Falmouth, but this wasn't Falmouth, this was Truro. Now Truro is a city, it's got the cathedral in, and it's got the best shops around, you know. It's got all the lovely shops like the White Company, White Surf. It's got all the lovely normal run-of-the-mill shops. They're all there. Although over the years, a lot have gone, a lot have come back, and there's some nice ones, like, you know. But looking for somewhere to have a nice bit of lunch, we always went up to the Alverton Hotel because it was convenient, like, you know. But the other day, my husband said, how about going to the Thomas Daniel? Now, if you walk right up from the town, just walk straight up Lemon Street and get to the top where the health centre is too. There's a lovely big pub there on the corner. And believe me, in the summer, you see everyone sat outside having a beer. And it looked really picturesque, and it looked so pretty there. So I thought, I'm going to have to go up, because I know I have been in the past and I've always been impressed with it. I'm thinking, why I am gone there, I don't know. Too busy going Falmouth, wasn't I? So I thought, I'll go up. And we went up just before I had my leg done, because my husband said, we'll have to pick somewhere nice because you're going in hospital. And I thought, yeah, you better do that. And we had the most amazing roast. It came out with the cauliflower cheese and the potatoes was so crispy. And I couldn't fault it. We had, and I love parsnips, and it had parsnips and it was so sweet. And the plate, normally I always got to say, oh, can I have a gravy boat? Because I love a little gravy boat with my roast to add extra gravy. But they had the plate where it had a rim around the outside. So they put plenty of gravy on it. So you was sort of done and sorted. Everything was there. And you had your cauliflower cheese as extra and another bowl of vegetables. So I'm going to pop some pictures in of that. Oh, it was lovely. Well, the following week after I had my operation on my foot, I thought, I got to go back there again. So we went racing back there. But you'll see why. The minute you see for yourself the food that we had, you'll think, yeah, that's a good place. Because a lot of times when I go and show you a part of Cornwall, and like I done down Maris Island last time, and I done the Godolphin Inn, I don't always show you the food because it either gets busier then or the food is nothing to write home about. It's just fair. And you think, but while we were down the Godolphin Inn, we were going to order. And I said to the lady, oh, what's the specials? And she said, fish roll. And I thought, oh, that sounds fancy. Yeah, I'll have a nice bit of fish roll. And it came, fish in a bap. But, you know, like a bread roll. And we both laughed, but did I like it? Yeah, it was nice, and it was nice, and you had the views, and I wasn't disappointed. But boy, oh boy, the Thomas Daniel was amazing. So any of you that either live locally or anything, or come down from a holiday, you know, I've given you the heads up, and you can take it from me because I love eating out and I love a roast. And you won't be disappointed. So I'm going to pop my pictures into that because I was quite impressed there. See you in a minute. I've just come down to rest me leg. There you go. I've got me leg resting there. Do you know what? When I get in the sewing room, I think, great, I'm here. Got me foot up. Oh, this is great. I'm here to sew. And then I think, oh, where's my glasses? And then I got to get me leg out that little cubbyhole I've put it in under the on table. And then I'll come down, get me glasses, go back up. Get me leg all right, and I think, good, I'm good to go. And then I think, I've got no water. I ought to have some water. So I can come back down again. And then I'll come back down, get back up there and think, right, well, I got everything now. I got me glasses, got me water, I'm good to go. And then I think, what have I done on my phone? And I've left my phone down here. And my foot shouldn't go up and down the stairs too often, really. Oh, I don't know what I've done then. Anyway, I'm resting it now, but I can't wait to start that quilt. And I hope telling you about the rulers I use and the needles I use and all the little things that I find help with quilting. I know everyone's got different machines, and mine's a Brother V7, which I keep saying is like the Enhance one. I'm sure it's called Enhance or something similar to that. And it has got some nice features on there, but I have had it quite a while. I'd love a new one, mine. Oh, isn't there some hype out there now on YouTube with a quick sip of me tea. It's not tea. I love decaf latte. I love them. But I've ran out now, so I've got to drink that one because it's my last one. Now, there's some hype on YouTube at the moment about the new models and machines that's coming out, and the Bernina 990 come out. Boy, oh boy, I've been dreaming about that one. Wow. I'd go bed at night, put my laptop on, and look at all the lovely features. And when I put my head on, all I can picture in my head is this machine. But isn't it lovely, though, to be able to afford one like that? But I'm not disappointed with mine. And mine got the Move It foot, and mine's a brother, and the Luminaire and the Stellars all got that Move It foot. But am I happy? Yeah, I got it still with this Brother V7. They have, remember the V5 was out that didn't have the Move It foot, but they've all got the same embroidery patterns, and they all more or less do everything. There's an upgrade with mine, my V7, that I would like, and it's where you can have the 8x8 hoop and for the embroidery side, and the 12x8, so that's an inch more than what I've got now, because I've got 12x7, and I keep saying I must get that, but then I splashed out on that in Brilliance, and that was £150, and that was just the basics part of the in Brilliance, called in Brilliance Essentials. So I got that bit, and I done the bird, didn't I, and the girl in the pot, and I love things like that. But I would have liked that little bit more room in a hoop, you know, because a lot of designs, I think, you know, the better it is to have that little bit more room, because you've got to be careful. If you digitize something yourself and you don't, and you go buff right up to the edges on your hoop, you can break your machine, you know. You've got to be a bit careful, and I tend to err on the side of caution with it a bit. But there's some lovely things in sewing, and brother have got a new one out. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing things this morning when I heard them all talking about it. I thought, wow, it makes you think they're all in the game. Well, if you've done one, like if Bernina's done one, yeah, right, brother's going to do one as well. But I am passionate about me machines, and if I could afford it, oh yeah, I would. I would if I could afford it, but I can't comprehend spending quite that much money, you know, on it at the moment. So mine's quite old. Well, not old, but a good 8-year-old, and I love it. I still love it. I haven't outgrown it, and there's still lots I can do with it. So I'm happy with that. But one thing I'm really, really happy about, and that's the amount of people that take their time to comment and to subscribe, because I would have long been gone. I wouldn't be on YouTube now. And it's lovely because you get to know me, and I get to hear your lovely comments and find out who's watching me. And I've had them from all over the world, which is lovely. I've had a few from Australia, New Zealand, some wonderful places. And I love it when they actually tell me where they're from, because I'd always think, oh, I wonder what part of Australia, I wonder what part they're in. Because one lady said she was from Arizona, and I thought, oh, I wonder where to in Arizona. It's just nice to know, you know, who your people are that follow you, you know. But I'm really, really pleased. Because when I went in with my foot, it do make you feel happy when you're going in with something you've got to cope with, and you think, oh, this will be over, I'll be on YouTube soon, you know, which is nice. And I absolutely love it. So here I am with me foot, with me coffee, and I'm now going to edit all this so I can get another one up. I weren't ready to do another one, to be honest. I hadn't started me quilt, and I was showing you all the shades of colours on me fabric, how I was going to blend them, and I wanted then to jump right in with the quilt, really. But I'd have to spend a certain amount of time, I thought, explaining how what I use and make sure you got everything you need. So I thought, well, I'll get that out the way and do that now. And it was a nice opportunity to come back and see you all and tell you all about my foot. I keep showing you, don't I? And my lovely cousin that sent me some gorgeous flowers. So I'm happy. And also, I hope you like that Thomas Daniel, because I'm just happy I stumbled across it, because we really do love eating out, and it's nice to go somewhere, especially like now when I aren't up to standing up cooking, that I can get a nice bit of food somewhere that I think's worth going there for. So I hope you like the pictures of that. And that was the Thomas Daniel in Truro. And just seeing on a lovely summer's day, people sat outside with a beer and the sun shining. It just looks, the pub, it's a pub, but it just looks so beautiful. It really did. And Truro is a really lovely town. If you come to Cornwall, you probably will go to Cornwall, because that's the big town, is Truro. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now, my lovelies. And I'm so pleased I was able to come back and do another video, even though I'm feeling it now. I'm worn out. Oh, I keep pressing something on the side of my phone because I'm trying to study it. Anyway, bye for now. Love to you all, and see you all soon.